Hey, and welcome to level 3 of Heretic. This is the guard tower. At the start of this level we can go back here and grab ourselves a Tome of Power. There's two gargoyles behind the secret wall there. We do want to take care of these as quickly as possible. You can see that outside the window there's a bunch of gargoyles looking in, just eager to shoot me with their fireballs. So the opening to this level is pretty nasty if you're doing a wand only start, just because all of these gargoyles will attack you very quickly, and also there's a load of enemies down in that water there, and they will kind of all walk in your direction. It's very much worth taking your time at the start here to clear things up. There is a secret here, which I will be making use of. There is one golem down here. Once we grab the flask, we can head through here. This takes us to a secret area way out here. This is actually on the other side of the level. You can see there's a bunch of enemies here. I don't really want to fight them right now because it would be a waste of time. I do want to run up these steps though. There is a crossbow here. I'm now going to make use of the Tome of Power. Now that we've got the crossbow, we can kind of blitz through a lot of these enemies here. This is kind of where we're going to get rid of the bulk of the floating enemies on this level. We want to get rid of those enemies up top there because they do pose a real threat to me. It is a bit risky doing this because I am encouraging all these enemies to approach me. But I think getting rid of all these enemies in one big go is a better tactic than trying to hunt them all down individually. As you can kind of see as well, it's got a fairly open design, this level. That's one of the things that Heretic likes to do with some of its levels. There's big wide open spaces for us to explore. It does actually feel like a lived in area, this. It does have some structure. And that's one thing that Heretic really does better than Doom, in my opinion. It creates areas where it feels like these are actually places that, you know, are fairly real. Because this does actually feel like a dock town, and you can kind of make out very clearly what everything is. Whereas in Doom it would kind of be a bit of a mess, especially from Doom 2. We'll head up the stairs here. We need to hit a switch on the other side to raise that platform. Grab some arrows there. So the switch we need to hit is actually right there. Come inside here. That wall drops down, so we can grab the silver shield. There's a torch here, which I'm going to make use of, just so you can kind of get a better look at what is happening in these shadows. But this level does have a very kind of open approach to it. You kind of have to explore and figure out the way forward, because it isn't linear at all. There is a secret route here, and this actually takes us back to the start. It's very easy to miss that route if you're playing through this level. You can hear various enemies. I'm just running around here making sure we haven't left any enemies floating. As you can see, we are kind of coming into a massive tower area here. I do love these circular structures. These are pretty prevalent in Heretic's early levels, and I do love them because they are pretty fun to fight up like this. We do need the green key to head in there. Use the gauntlets very briefly here. We can't get in there right now. We need to grab the green key before that wall will open up. But we can get rid of these gargoyles, which is what I'm going to do right now. You actually need to come inside this area here to grab the green key. And interestingly, it's very well hidden. So if you're kind of running around looking for the green key, you may actually miss this. It's pretty deviously positioned right behind all those barrels. Don't know if I'm a fan of that or not. But I do like the space that you find it in, so it kind of works out. Now you can see when you look up there, this door has now opened up. Not quite sure where you came from. When we head down here, it actually takes us to the area where we were being shot at from before, and here are the nitro golems. So these are the same aesthetically as the counterparts, except for the fact that they glow and launch projectiles at you. They're kind of like weak revenants, except for the fact that on the top difficulty they are very aggressive. Love the aesthetic of Heretic, and I'll be saying that many times throughout this playthrough. With the green key in hand, we can effectively go to the exit here, I think. There's not really much else to this level, except for the introduction of the Disciples of Disperal. So these are magical enemies, and they shoot these purple projectiles. They can be a right pain in groups, and they can fly through the sky, so they do pose something of a problem. When these things die, they drop the claw orbs, or they'll drop the Tome of Power. That one's quite rare. Going to very quickly just dash around the level, make sure we've killed all the enemies. I am trying to kill as many enemies in each of these levels as possible, and at the start of this level it was pretty chaotic, so we may have missed one or two. As mentioned, one thing I like about Heretic is that like when you drop onto a liquid, you can hear the splash. That's something that I wish Doom had as well, just because it makes the water feel like a different texture to what you're walking on normally. It just adds to the world building, in my opinion. I think we've got all the enemies, so we're going to head to the exit here. Again, another fun level. The opening part can be a bit of a chore if you're not expecting that kind of onslaught, but once you've kind of got your hands on the crossbow or the claw, you can pretty much power your way through this one. It's a fun little level, and I really do like the guard tower. What did you think of this one? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know what you thought of it in the comments, and thank you so much for watching.